Hey, what's up guys? Andrew Kirk coming at you guys today with a little bit of a collection update. So this is actually some stuff I picked up yesterday. I went to a local toy show expo. They normally have it a couple times a year at a hotel nearby. It's a pretty small area that they have it. This year they actually moved it to a merchandising mart that we have here in Denver. It's much larger, so I was kind of excited to see how much bigger it was going to be, and it was pretty big. And it was a ton of fun. It was like $10 to get in, and they just had all kinds of vendors set up, just selling all kinds of retro toys and vintage stuff. So I picked up a couple really cool things. I'll go ahead and show you guys. So I'll start with this guy here. So I did pick up a VHS. This one booth in particular was selling some really neat stuff. They had a ton of VHSs and really cool editions of movies, especially of the Thing. They had like a Japanese VHS copy of the film. They had all kinds of like different steelbook. They had like the Arrow steelbook. They had like this other like German steelbook I've never seen before of it. They had a lot of really cool stuff. So I got this dirt cheap. I picked up a copy of Sleepaway Camp here on VHS. I am actually going to be going to Texas for my weekend, as you guys know, and Felissa Rose is going to be there. So I'm figuring I might have her sign this. Is one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and pick it up. It's not in the best shape. I mean, it is a little beat up here on the side and whatnot, but for the price I paid, I just figured why not pick it up. The other thing I got here is actually something I got from my girlfriend. I picked her up the this Quentin Tarantino figure of the Raper. Hopefully, you'll see if it gets to go into focus here for you guys. Of the Raper from Planet Terror, and you can see he's got that in his eye there. Hold on one second. There we go. He's got his gun in his hand. Really cool. I know it probably would have been too graphic, but it would have been pretty kind of interesting to see if they would have given his melting testicles. But he did come with a few accessories. I got that really for a really good price too, because it was all loose. But it came with a swappable head. I don't know if it's gonna focus very well. And then it came with like his gas mask thing that they have in there. So that was really cool. I picked that up for her. And I guess while I have this in focus, I'll show you what she picked up real quick. I did get a couple other items, but she got this really cool figure, which I'm dropping stuff of this. I'm not even sure what her name is, but there are these figures. They remind me very much of kind of like the Living Dead dolls. They're called like the Apple Kids, or I don't know, something weird. I honestly can't remember the name. But she picked this guy up, this girl up, I should say. Pretty creepy, kind of a faceless face there. This long black hair, and it did come with a mask. Let's see, pretty interesting, as well as this apple that has these pins in it. Let's see if I can get this to go into focus for you guys. 1 second. Pretty neat. She definitely dug it. There was I think it was the only one they had, but it was really cool. And then I also picked up, so at that booth I told you about, I got that VHS, and the guy was selling all the things from the Thing. He had this really cool art book that I've never seen before, and I got it for below asking price on Amazon, so I got it for a really good deal. And it was brand new. I did already take the wrap off of this, but this is the Thing art book. It actually says it has the introduction by Eli Roth and the afterword by John Carpenter, which is really cool. This thing is super thick and heavy, and it's honestly, it's just full of artwork from the Thing. It's basically just a collaboration, I think, of a bunch of different artists. I'm gonna try to show you. It's kind of challenging to hold this up, but yeah, just a bunch of different artwork from the movie. I mean, it's filled with quite a few pages here, a couple hundred at least. Let me see. There's a pretty cool looking one. Show you a few more. Some of them are kind of like comic book style. This is a pretty cool one as well. I think Eli Roth, there's like a little drawing in here that Eli Roth did himself when he was like 8 years old or something. That's also in the introduction. Definitely not the greatest artist. But this is really cool. Definitely like a cool item to put like on a coffee table to check out. Maybe I'll do a sit down video and show more of it, but it's, I mean, it's, let's see how many pages this is. Yeah, it's over 400 pages, so I'm not going to sit here and flip through each page with you guys, unfortunately, but it's definitely really awesome. The final thing I picked up there was a, since it was like a toy show, they had a ton of dolls. So you guys already know I already have this. This is the Annabelle doll put out by Mezco, I believe, a couple of years ago. I've had her in her box the entire time. I have pulled her out to look at her. But honestly, her box is pretty bland and boring. So this stand I picked up for $1. You can see here, it's like a big base and it has a pole that comes up from the back here to wrap around. It did have a plastic box to go around, but there was a lot of like adhesive and it's kind of dirty. I'm gonna have to like clean it up and see if I can get all the adhesive off of it. So for now, I just leaving her out of the container above it, but she doesn't, she's pretty, she has no like support in her legs. Like you can't stand her up normally. So that's why I decided I would get this stand. I pulled her out of her box. Now she can actually stand properly. And I'm gonna put this on a shelf. So yeah, so like I said, I picked that up for $1. Definitely not a bad deal. She looks much better on here, I think. And I think she looks better out of the box. We can truly see her a little bit more. But yeah, her legs are, I mean, they're just, there's no kind of support in them. They're just floppy. So there's no way she would be able to stand on her own. That's about it for this video, guys. Like I said, just a quick little update for you. A few things I picked up from the toy show. There's not really any big releases coming out this week, so I don't know if I'm going to be having a collection video for a little bit, especially since I know I got Texas Frightmare coming in a month from now, so I'm really trying to save as much as I can for that, just so I can bring back some really cool stuff to show you guys. And there's just going to be a ton of guests I want to meet, which is really exciting. But I am going to be seeing some new movies coming into theaters before then, so maybe I'll do a review and talk about it on this channel. And actually, I have a couple co-workers that we've been talking about for a little while of putting together a podcast. We're going to talk about horror movies and maybe some other things on there. So that's something that might be coming in the future. We're still kind of putting the details together and seeing how it's going to work out and how often we can do it. But I'm really excited about it. It sounds like a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys might enjoy something like that too. So stay tuned for more on that. It's in the very early stages. Like I said, it's not going to be for some time, but I'm very excited about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.